A student, I'm going to start over. A student at Brown University wants the ROTC banned, calling it state-sanctioned violence and its cadets criminals. Last week, Brown partnered with the Navy and Air Force ROTC, prompting junior Peter Maklauf, who cares, to vomit this in his school paper, quote, "By outlawing ROTC, we have the opportunity to maintain a tradition of refusing to capitulate to the increasing demands of military engagement in today's global agenda." What a joke. And what language, that lockstep cult speak that marks an all brain-free rhetoric that's often passed on like a pox from its petulant professors. He could be a White House spokesperson. Now, this is just one brat, but it'd be fun to see such kids experience life without an American military. No cozy dorms, no iPods, just them and ISIS. The only selfie stick would be their own head on a stake. But this little hack represents the vapid ideology that lets evil grow. It's an anti-West movement that gives tenure to terrorists while condemning those who protect them. Dismiss it if you must, but given that campus-approved progressivism offers a zip line from school to statecraft, it's just a leap from the paper to the presidency. Seriously, how else did we end up with so many lightweights in the White House? Lightweights who stand between us and the heathens. This kid, after all, is just a chip off the old Barack.
That was a good one.
That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a good one. Well, you know what, Dana? Ivy League, more like poison Ivy League, if you ask me.
I thought you gave me that joke to use.
Oh.
I wasn't using it. I'm just kidding. It was a very good joke, and I'm proud that you remembered it. Everybody that is going to an Ivy League school is then going to graduate and get to work in a sector where they make a lot of money and protected by the very military that they disdain.
That's so true. Without them, they wouldn't have all these opportunities, Eric. It's an example of people on campus who have no idea how the world works off campus.
Yeah, and you know what else that military is going to do? They're going to protect their First Amendment right to say stupid crap like that. Welcome Peter Maklauf. Thank the military. If it wasn't for them, you might be writing that in Arabic, but maybe you already know how to do that.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Whoa, that was sinister in some ways. I like
yes.
it.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Here's the thing, Julie. The value of having an ROTC is to bridge the divide between the civil and the military communities. What's wrong with that?
So let me just say this. I really wanted to go to Brown, but I went to an Eric Clapton concert the night before the SATs, yada, yada, yada. I did not get into Brown, so I'm down on Brown, and I'm down on this guy. Listen, the reason this guy has the right to say this is because of the ROTC, because of the military. Come on, dude. You know what? You don't want to join the military. Nobody's asking you to, but let other people do that if they want, even on campus.
Okay, well, the problem is we need to bring back the draft. You see that, right? Because we only have 1% to 2% of the people faithfully serving this country, and those people that do are ready to get an education and job because they have fought for it. They have skin in the game. They understand it. They appreciate what people have fought for in generations before them. They respect it. Instead, you have people here spoiled. The spoiled country of America now, that's what we have. These students like this guy at Brown who are just like, what can you do for me? I'm very special, therefore I'm going to sit there and impress my girlfriend and try and look cool and devoid of any like reality and exercise my free speech like Dana says at the expense of other people giving their life to support it.
I think that this kid wants to have a separation so he can continue to stereotype the military. Because once you know these people, you can't stereotype or smear them. That's the beauty of humanity. When you meet people, you realize it shatters myths. But he doesn't want that.
And I got to say this, and I say this as a liberal, some of the best, smartest, brightest people I know are in the military, and it's a shame that there's no excuse for being down in the military. Again, nobody's telling him to join. Kimberly, you're right. If we had a draft, this wouldn't be an issue. This wouldn't be an issue. I hope you don't have a draft, but nevertheless.
Canada will be filled with liberals.
But nevertheless, there's plenty of countries, one of the obligations is to serve. Like, do community service, or you can join the military, whatever. I'm all for it.
As a man in his late 30s, I'm for the draft.
Late 30s?
Where is he?
Which guy?
When I was 18, I was against it. Boy, was I against the draft. But now that I'm older, I can see the value of a draft. Does that make me a hypocrite? Yes.
Believe me, you have like 6 exemptions that you wouldn't qualify.
I've evolved and I've aged.
Unicorn obsession and whatever.
All right. I don't like you. If you had a chance to go to Mars, would you sign up if you knew that you could never come back? I would. Believe me. Yes.
You would.